Hey, welcome back. Hey, lovely to see you. Here another episode of the Dubois Podcast, and the host of said Dubois Podcast is us, and we are called
The Boys.
Like to start off a little, hey, keep them guessing. Anyway, once again, great to have you here. Appreciate you showing back up. Love you, unless you have commitment issues, then appreciate you. Anyway, so first things first, that we always start off with music recommendations. How about you start?
Pretty by Javiki.
There it is.
Wow, straight to the
Getting
point.
it out of the way.
Yeah.
My recommendation is Pretty by Javiki. Javiki put out another banger, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. He's still on his kind of like, almost like his like kind of like, yeah, like his Ed Sheeran type. Yeah.
I was gonna say Renaissance.
His Renaissance era.
Yeah. Javiki can't not put out a banger. I'm not even gonna go into it. I just want y'all to know that you should listen to it if you haven't. Javiki, come on the podcast. Stream Javiki. I yield my time.
Okay. Calvin, how about you're just skipping around? How about that?
My recommendation this week is Lovesick by Dubois, and technically Shingo too, but it doesn't credit him in the song. If you have watched Samurai Champloo and you like the opening to that, or even just most of the music in that, it's made by Dubois. Fun fact. But it's like a nice hip hop song. It's got a great beat to it. It's kind of just talking about love in a way. Give it a listen. Let us know what you think.
Give it a little listen.
Little. Anyway. All right, Veronica. Sorry. Got her at a bad time.
Sorry. My music recommendation this week is none other than Anxiety by the queen herself, Miss Doechii. She did her thing with this one. She was going viral for a little bit on TikTok for a little sample that she had done way back before she had gotten famous. She immediately saw that people wanted a song, and she made that song. Like, I feel like the turnaround time was less than a month's time frame, and it is amazing. The way that she sings, the reference to somebody that I used to know, the beat on that, it's just amazing.
I'm trying to be locked into you, but he's trying to distract me.
No, I saw him doing the dance. Yeah. And like, honestly, it's so good. Like, she as an artist, vocally, she's just so talented. And if you haven't listened to any of her music, start there and then listen to everything else, because I promise you, you're not going to regret it. But yeah.
I agree. And so that was the music. And
That was the music?
that was the music.
You sure we're not missing one?
Yours.
Nah, he's recommending a movie today.
Black Widow.
we did watch that anyway.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that.
That.
If you want to. My song this week is Call Me When You Get Home by Lindsay Lomas, I think it was.
Lindsay Lodiff.
Lindsay Lomas, yes. It's a very good song. I heard it popped up. Hey, Spotify stay putting me on sometimes. But basically, she sings her beautiful voice. But the song's just talking about, basically, she's talking to a friend, and she's like, hey, I know you're going to go out to this party. I'm not going to stop you. Hey, just be safe. Like, don't do, like, take drinks from strangers. Make sure, like, you don't leave with anybody. Just make sure the friend is good. And she's like, when you get home, make sure you call me, because I want to see you later. Make sure you're good. It's like, it's a cool song.
I love
Nice.
that.
Pretty good
About her
advice.
homie for real. Huh?
Pretty sound advice.
Facts.
Yeah.
But yeah, good song. I recommend it. As I second the recommendations given today. And there is one place where you can listen to these songs all together. And that is the Dubois Music Recommendation playlist.
Wow.
I love the 90s
We
already.
finally got to hear Alex sing.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, we know that's not your full potential.
Yeah. Hey, something light.
10%.
Something light. Yeah.
Just 10%
my max power. Anyway, but yeah, check it out. We'd like for you to listen to it. Give back your feedback. Get back in the back. Anyway. Anything anybody want to talk about this week? Anything happen? Anything
Yes.
cool? Okay.
There's something I need to talk about.
Okay.
I got a lot on my mind, everybody.
As he always does.
I was on TikTok the other day,
As he always is.
and I saw someone
Same.
talking about Pokemon.
Okay.
And I want you to
Hey, you're
know,
watching that.
I'm here to take a stand.
True,
Oh,
actually.
true. I'm here to take a stand.
Oh.
This person was talking about how their favorite Pokemon was Garbodor. And I'm tired, I'm sick and tired of everybody talking trash about Garbodor. Yes, he's a trash bag, okay? I know that.
I
We
gotta
all
see
know
what
that.
he looks like.
That's
now.
the initial one, right? The
Uh,
first evolution.
I think
The
No,
first guy's
Trubbish
a
is the
trash
first
bag.
one.
yeah,
Okay.
Trubbish. That's also my guy.
Trubbish is
Garbodor
cool.
is a big pile of trash.
This is what I'm saying, bro. Everybody talks hella shiest about Garbodor, and no, that's Gardevoir.
I don't know how to spell.
I think it's like GAR.
Uh-huh.
That's funny. That's Gardevoir.
Here, hold on, let me see.
Please hold.
I don't know why that's so funny.
Yeah.
I looked over. I was like, yeah, this guy.
I was
See,
he's
he's cool.
a little
No,
cute.
and then look at Trubbish. Hold on.
No,
on.
Trubbish is cool. Trubbish is that guy.
Trubbish is my boy. Look at Trubbish.
Oh,
That's
no,
my
it's
guy.
kind of
It
cute.
took me a little bit, but Trubbish, I came around on Trubbish.
See,
It's
I
kinda
think they're
cute.
cute, but I kind of put them in the muck category. You know, like
Yeah.
I'm probably never gonna use one,
That's the
but I
thing
can
is,
respect that. Like,
is
but I
Gar-
like them.
Yeah, like is Garbodor on my team? No.
Chances.
But like, am I gonna invite him to the cookout?
Yeah.
Maybe. I probably won't let him
That's
near
where
the
the trash
grill.
category-
I mean, yeah, fair.
So the trash has to go.
But yeah, everybody was talking hella mess about Garbodor, and I'm taking a stand. And I guess with that, does anybody have any like I guess like a hot take favorite Pokemon, or just your favorite in general?
I
Just
mean,
see
my
where everybody's
favorite in
head's at.
general is, no surprise, Greninja.
Greninja.
Oh, yeah.
Like all
But I
time, that's
guess-
your all time favorite.
Oh, for sure.
Oh,
okay.
yeah,
I thought it was Blaziken.
It's-
But I
Well,
forgot about
Blaziken
Greninja.
was
Yeah,
until
yeah.
like Greninja came out,
Fair.
and then when I
Okay.
saw like Ash Greninja and then Shiny Greninja,
Hard.
those are
That dude
just
is
Which
tight.
one do you think is cooler, Shiny or Ash?
oh
Shiny
Shiny Ash.
Shiny.
Oh.
Shiny Ash.
Yeah. It's tough because I think the Ash one has I forget, it's got like his hat, I believe, or something. There's something different about it, but I think Shiny, just because I don't know, something about like the black, like for the skin instead of blue, looks a lot cooler.
Yeah.
Nice.
It's also
Hell yeah.
very few like Shinies actually have a big change. It's just like, hey, we made it a tinge green.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's facts, actually.
Yeah, I hate that
Yeah.
sometimes.
It's like, man, make it a little special or something.
Yeah.
What about you? What's your favorite?
Favorite, just in general, Typhlosion. End all
All
be
time?
all. That's my guy. Oh, yeah, all time.
Any specific
guy.
form of Typhlosion, like
Nope.
any of the variants? just
Damn.
Nope. Just
He's
Typhlosion.
like, nope, just that
Sui
one.
and Typhlosion deserve
Like-
some love. Okay.
Once again, another one that I've come around on, but like that's not my man.
Oh, it's
like
cute.
that's like my best friend's like brother. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Like
not-
we'll hang out together, but like
I'm not gonna lie. It's
Cute.
kind of giving Chiku a little bit. Am I tripping?
that's giving Chiku.
think so?
Honestly, hold on. I might be able to see the vision. I might be able to see the vision. Yeah.
I kind of get
I can see the
it.
Because the
vision.
thing is, it's like you see Typhlosion and you think like he's a super cool badass guy,
Yeah.
but like I don't know, he kind of looks
He's
like a little
cute.
cutie. He kind of looks like a little
Low-key,
sweetheart.
low-key, you know,
what
he's
I'm
just a
saying?
little. Yeah.
I love
All
that.
right, okay. All
I
right.
love that.
Hey.
Is the which one were you talking about? Which version?
For what?
The
Hisuian? That's
is
the
that the
Arceus
ghost one?
Yeah.
yeah, I don't remember. What he
It
looks
would be
like, but-
cooler if its fire was always active, but I still like the design.
Oh,
Okay.
you're right. I
I'll-
forget that.
I'll-
I guess Typhlosion also can turn off too, but
Mhm.
Yeah, but I think
Regular
it's
Typhlosion,
always
I should say.
active.
well, I think like in the show, like Ash is
Yeah, I
Would,
think
like,
like
it
in the
would, like,
games
go
it's
away.
always on just for
Yeah.
that flair, but I
Yeah.
think like in the
it
show you
can
can turn it off or something.
Okay.
or whatever. Hot take.
That's
I don't
the
know if I have.
Okay,
With
Yeah.
forms.
I kind of like it.
You know.
He looks like he kind of got like a cool little hairdo.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know if I have a hot take one though.
I don't know if I do either.
A sleeper one for me, where for the longest time I was like, but like I'd rock with heavy now is Volcarona. I'd fuck with
Really?
Volcarona. Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
Yeah.
the camel.
Nah, it's
That's the
like the
moth.
moth,
The fire moth.
Oh,
moth.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My
It took
guy.
me a long time, but I realized Dustox is actually kind of cool. I kind of
Really?
like that. Or no, what was the one that Jesse had? The moth one.
Dustox.
Dustox. Yeah, I
Dustox.
kind of like
Yeah.
Dustox.
I think
James.
Dustox is my boy, but I can admit that dude is ugly. Like, you know what I mean?
I mean,
but that's
like,
my
you
guy.
know.
You know what
I
I
don't
mean?
need my whole crew to be pretty. All right, I need to fuck with the
Fair,
vibe.
fair.
You
That's
can
one.
have a whole crew full of 10s. You gotta have some 6s in there.
Someone's
it's okay.
got to be the Duff.
Oh.
Anyways.
I don't think I have, because my problem is I just think I pick like the cooler ones.
I mean, that's
every
fair,
single
I feel
time.
that,
Like, I
though.
don't think I have any hot takes because like my party, at least in the newer games, always consists of like my starter, a Lucario if it's there.
Oh yeah.
Like a water type, but it's like always like the cooler ones. Or I'll take like import it from like Pokemon Home or something. I don't think so. I know my hot take is that I like Trico up until
Oh
Grovyle.
yeah. I like
and after
some-
Grovyle, I do
Sometimes
not.
cool. I didn't like it.
Don't
at
care
first.
anymore.
Yeah,
I especially don't care for Mega Sceptile.
I don't know what
Fair.
that one looks
That
like.
one's fair.
It's
That
like,
one's
hey, I already don't like this thing. Let's make it worse. So.
Fair.
Okay.
Yeah, the big Orbeez on his neck. You gotta do all that.
My favorite, I think, of all time is probably Infernape. I don't know why.
Okay, fair. Hey.
But like the Det Chimchar line, I really like
It's
it.
hard.
Infernape. My hot take, because apparently it is a hot take, is Ludicolo. That's my guy. Ludicolo.
I like the vibe.
I have no
He a vibe
respect.
for real.
Yeah. Like Garbodor, I fuck with him, but like never gonna be on my team.
Ludicolo, I will say, it was on my team every time. Every time I was able to get one,
Every
I put him
time.
on my team. Every single time. Even if I already had water types, he was going on my team. Because Ludicolo, that's how much I mess with Ludicolo. That's my guy. He
guess
brings the party.
I respect it. He brings okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Nah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What about you, Veronica? Do you have a favorite?
I think because I'm still so new to like the Pokemon universe, my favorite so far is Bulbasaur.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I like
Good
like
pick.
little baby Bulbasaur.
Yeah.
Just it's so cute, and then Charizard's also really cute. I just
Charizard's
like
guy,
them when they're
yeah.
little babies.
Respect. Do you have any like weird ones that you think you like that you know off the top of your head?
So I kind of fuck with Psyduck a little bit.
Hell yeah.
I know that, right? We literally before we were recording, actually, we were watching Pokemon and we were watching Psyduck go Psy-yi-yi, and I was like, "That's the cutest thing ever." It was adorable, and I was like, "That's so cute." Like I get he gets a lot of slack, but he's kind of cute. Like I kind of
He can't help it.
right?
He's
It's like
built that way to
he's
have
just
headaches forever.
right. Like I would be sad too if I had headaches forever.
Yeah.
Like I get it.
I didn't realize I had forgotten, but since we're rewatching it, I think it's funny that like Psyduck caught himself. Like I forgot that that's what he
Yeah.
did.
I also forgot that.
When I watched it, her ball fell out. He's like, "Oh, boop boop," got caught. I was like, "All right."
Oh, there it is.
See, Psyduck also kind of a vibe.
Yeah.
You know,
right.
you
It's
just-
like,
you-
how can you not love
you
him?
need that
just a
dopey guy, you
little?
know what I mean?
True. They had Eeyore in the 100 Acre Woods. You know what I mean? Everybody needs Eeyore.
I think that's it. I just wanted to give Garbodor the
Oh.
loved it.
You also had
Yeah.
your AOT.
Oh yes.
Just kidding.
Yes. So I have started watching Attack on Titan again. For the record, I watched season 1. Then they took forever to come out with season 2.
Yeah.
And by the time season 2 came out, the love that I had for it had waned, and I didn't really like care to continue. But then I was like, all right, no, I got to start watching it because I liked it so much. I'm sure I'm gonna keep liking it. So then I started watching it again, and I fell off at like episode like 1 or 2. So then I was months or like a year or so down the line. All right, gonna do it again. Failed again, and then I did it again. I think last year. I think I made it to maybe like episode 4, and I fell off again. So over this Friday before recording, I was hanging out with friend of the show Angiselle, and we were watching Attack on Titan because they were talking about it one day, and I didn't want to get spoiled, so I had to leave the room. So they're like, "Oh, well, let's watch it." So I did, and I have a hot take about Attack on Titan.
Go.
I think it is a show that on first watch is meant to be enjoyed passively. I don't think they want you to pay attention at first.
Yeah.
Because I was paying attention while watching, and I was so confused. I constantly felt like I was missing context or like I wasn't paying attention enough. Like I kept missing, because there were things that would happen that they just wouldn't talk about, and I'm like, did they talk about this already? And that's why I don't know what's going on. But then Austin and Anderson explained it like, they're like leaving out specific things so that, you know, when they'll go into it later. And I was like, that, to me, that doesn't feel like good storytelling. Not that it's bad. It's just like that. I called it Houdini storytelling, where it's like they're just like, yeah, remember that thing from forever ago?
No, we didn't. Yeah.
Here's the rest of what you need to actually understand what was going on. So, like, for
Yeah.
example, it's showing Ymir's backstory
Mhm.
about her being
Ymir.
like this false idol or whatever. And then all of a sudden, these dudes' guns bust in. She's on a wall with all of the cult members or whatever.
Mhm.
The lady next to her's crashing out. They it looks like they stab her and then kick her off the wall, right?
Mhm.
She falls down and you see the yellow Titan transformation
Like lightning yeah.
stuff that they showed a couple episodes ago,
Yeah.
right? You see that happen, and then they do the same to Ymir. They push her off, and then she's like, I was a Titan, and then I went and I laid down in the dirt, and then the dirt grew over me. But the entire time, I was like, we just saw that lady transform. Like, we didn't see it happen, but we saw the transformation lightning. Are we not going to talk about that?
Yeah.
So I tried to look it up because I was like, did I miss something? And I couldn't find any results. But then Austin and Anderson explained to me, because I asked them to explain exactly what was going on there, and they did. And I was like, that just kind of frustrates me a little bit. Because I'm just like, I like when there's like something that's like a foundation that's laid early on that they then go into later to then kind of provide more context and like make it like, they've been planning from this. I like those types of moments. But for this, it feels like they specifically didn't show you the thing so that later they could be like, it was right in front of your eyes the whole time. You should have known it was there the whole time if you were paying attention. Yeah. I was paying attention. I didn't see it. And so that's why I feel like it's something that's meant to be enjoyed passively the first time so that when you pay attention the second time, you're like, oh,
I know. Yeah.
Yo.
I mean, I will say
right there. Yes. So like, I was just like, man, that's an interesting way to kind of, how does everybody feel about that?
I kind of get it because I feel like as somebody who watched it, I watched it the first time, and I think it was your second time watching it, right?
For season 2. After that, it was all new.
Right. So I think like watching that, after completion, I kind of thought back to myself like, okay, like now there are these things that I picked up on that like they made sense now that like I did question in the beginning because it's like, why would they do that? What does that mean? And like I would ask him these questions and it's like he only knows so much, but he also doesn't want to ruin it for me.
Yeah.
So I do get to where like you notice some things and it's like, am I supposed to notice that? Is that something? Is that nothing? And I feel like the way with anime, the way that it's kind of written in a storyline, it's kind of meant to really attract you and like keep you guessing. And like with anime, the possibilities are endless. And I think that's one of the things that Attack on Titan like played with is that you see something, but it's not really what it seems. And like, even though you think you know what it is, it's not really what you actually think it is. And it's very much like you kind of have to like see all these pieces and like hold them in the back of your head. And then after it's all done, you're like, oh, this is where this fits and this is where this goes. But it is kind of confusing at first because after I finished it, I was like, I want to rewatch this now to kind of see where I miss things. So that I'm like, oh, I think back and I'm like, that's where that happened. That makes sense there. And I'm like, oh, and like I feel like I would have enjoyed it more now that I know all these things.
Yeah, I agree. And I like I said, I like when anime does things like that. It's just it feels like the way that Attack on Titan does it, from what I've seen, it feels like they're almost like lying. You know what I mean? Like they're dishonest a little bit. You know what I mean?
You're not, not wrong.
That's just kind of I could be off base. That's just how it feels in my. That's like the best way I could like verbalize it. How do you feel?
I mean, with Attack on Titan, like everything you watched in season 1 and 2 is kind of just like, hey, it's all a lie. Like going forward, kind of like a lot of things that you thought were this weren't really. And while it's like kind of cool to be like, oh my god, like I saw this, it's also like you made me watch 4 seasons just to tell me that all this is bullshit.
Yeah.
It was kind of like a mind-blowing situation. I was like, what?
I have a hot take though for Attack on Titan. Erwin's a fraud, and I'm sticking with that. Erwin is a big fraud. And I don't know if you got there, so I'm not going to say anything else.
Hold on, because so the last Erwin feat I saw,
you know who that is, right?
Yeah, I know who that. I have no idea why though, but
yeah.
The last, and I've asked you already that you don't mind spoiling stuff.
Yeah.
The last Erwin feat that I saw was him leading his men to be the to basically bait a group of Titans out and then run away.
Oh, so with the Beast Titan, right?
Or
no?
I don't think I'm at that part yet. So but the last thing that he did was he was riding out and he was commanding everybody, and then he was like, ah, and then like a Titan comes out of nowhere and then just basically just takes his arm and like starts running away with him in his mouth or whatever.
Oh, you're there?
Yeah.
So what season is you're
that's
in
2.
season 2 still?
Yeah.
He's not at where the reason why I'm calling Erwin a fraud.
Yeah. I got that vibe. I'm like,
Yeah.
Like,
that's
cool.
one of the reasons why I say he's a
Yeah.
fraud, but it's what happens even later where I'm like,
Okay.
I have seen you do literally nothing.
Okay. Hey, chime in the comments. Let's see if is everyone a fraud. I'm interested because I'll get there
I
eventually.
think
but-
our shooters out here though, so
Yeah, that's true. He gives good speeches. I'll give him
Yeah,
that.
no,
Okay.
that's the one thing he's great at is he
Yeah.
knows how to give a good speech
Yeah.
and like bring morale up.
Yeah. There was something. Do you remember what you just said just now? There was something you just said that I was going to say something. I forgot what it was.
I said, "Oh, you're there."
She asked about the seasons.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, what
yes,
season
that
you were
reminds
at.
me.
Right, thank you.
I can't believe some of the reveals happen as early as they do. The Ymir being a Titan thing happens in episode like I was like 2 episodes away from getting to that point
oh
in season 2.
I do kind of like how it comes out though.
Yeah?
Like with is it I think Reiner that finds out?
I know she's talking with Historia, Carla, whatever
They're
her
in,
name
like,
is at
that
the time.
tower, right?
Yeah, they're on top of the tower, and then she's like, we're gonna die here, but I can't let you die because you're changing how I feel about things as a person, and I care about you, and even though I don't care about people, so I'm gonna jump off and kill all these Titans. And then she
Yeah, it
transforms.
happens before that. You might have caught it, but when they're
Oh, yeah,
inside,
he grabs the
yeah,
can.
she's
He's like,
like,
"How do you know how to read this? I
Yeah.
can't read this." And I was like, I feel like I know what this is
Yeah.
alluding
Yeah.
to, but at the same time, that also feels dishonest because like we see him like faking a reaction, but it doesn't. It doesn't feel like it's like. It feels like it was like a. I don't know how to describe. I don't know how to describe it.
For me,
It feels like
yeah.
they're lying to the audience. Not in like a way of like he was lying, in a way that the writer is lying, like being like, yes, this character in fact does not know
actively doesn't
what's
know,
going
yeah.
on. Not like he doesn't know, but if you think about it, you're like,
but
but
I don't
does
want to
he
say too
know?
much because I don't want to spoil stuff for you. But do you know about like Reiner and stuff?
I know that. Oh, actually, you're right. His like split personality shit thing going on. Is that what you're talking about?
No.
So yeah, so like he's like, at least from my perspective, where I think he is, like he has like this weird kind of thing where he's like he's a warrior for like the place that he comes from, but he's also a soldier for
Yeah.
the wall and stuff like that.
Oh,
But
that's
like
not
it's
him
kind of
acting?
like a separate.
It's a little bit of both. It's like
Yeah.
he struggles to kind of grab
Oh,
like
like kind of
yeah,
okay.
To
like
get
he
in
does
and
get
out of the
into
role.
like
Yeah,
I am like a scout, I got to do
Yeah.
this, but he's also like, oh shit.
That's
I'm actually-
right.
I'm actually a warrior.
Yeah, actually a warrior. I got
Yeah.
nothing to do.
But no, with
Okay.
the Ymir thing, is that like he doesn't like know her truth. Like he's not a great guy, but like for that, I thought it was kind of cool because it was more of like you kind of stitched on yourself without trying to,
Yeah.
like by accident. So when I first heard that, I was like, that is kind of weird, Ymir. How do you
Yeah.
know what that says?
Yeah.
And then obviously they do the whole backstory and all that stuff, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
I
don't
guess
like her Titan either, though.
you
Her
said you
Titan-
don't like it.
No, it's kind of
No, when she transformed and she was what she was, I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
oh
yeah.
come on.
yeah.
Come on, Shen. That's-
Yeah.
Oh no.
Like I know the Titans are kind of ugly and stuff, but hers especially.
But the
is
thing
just,
is, like
Yeah.
all of, at least, well, not all of, like 4 of the like 10 shifters are like cool ones.
yeah.
So like, but all the ones we've seen so far are like, well, barring maybe the Colossal Titan. The
Yeah.
Colossal Titan is kind of like he's like middle tier for me.
Yeah.
Are like cool. Like Aaron's, while basic, is cool because he's got like the cool teeth thing and the whatever. Female Titan is obviously cool.
Yeah.
Armor Titan is obviously cool.
Yeah.
So then we see Ymir's, and I was like, oh, here we go.
Yeah.
And it's ugly. It's
Yeah.
and I understand why hers isn't cool because of how hers whole. I'm not getting into it right now, but I get it. But it's just it was disappointing to see. But yeah, like the Reiner Bertolt reveal that they are the Armor Titan and the Colossal Titan happening in like 2 episodes from Ymir's reveal. I didn't expect that either. I thought that was at least like season 3 or something when they get found out, but no, it just happens.
Everybody Titans.
Yeah, everybody Titans.
Everybody people.
Well, my God, the Armor Titan has Reiner's exact haircut. That's so
Yeah,
crazy.
low key and build.
As soon as Reiner showed up, I was like, "That's the Armor Titan."
Yeah.
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 So like, I wonder if there was anybody who was really truly like,
what?
yeah.
That'd be crazy.
Anyways, that's kind of my big spiel. Wasted a lot of time with that, but yeah, I felt like Attack on Titan storytelling is interesting.
Yeah. If you end up finishing it, just hang on to that thought.
Yeah. No, I'll if I finish it, I'll revisit and then I'll say whether or not I was way off base in my current thing or if I was justified. I will let you know.
All right. Good to hear about your opinions and your feelings and how you feel about certain things like Pokemon and AOT. I thought you said like AOC at first. I was like, what are you talking about?
Oh no, I love her.
Yeah, well, true. Don't look.
I didn't until you made that whole ordeal.
So we're gonna move on to the activity.
Activity.
And the activity this week, we're doing another. Hold on, I got to change the title. We can't have the right. We don't have the rights to that. So this week we're gonna do the what is even that? Hold on.
What is even that?
And this one is gonna be based off of movies.
Movies.
I tried to keep them relatively popular, and some of them are recent, so that way everybody has a fair chance.
I like movies.
Is there a specific theme for these movies?
The theme is movies.
All right.
Like
hopefully we've all seen it.
Stuart Little.
Yeah. How'd you not?
Who directed a cult classic movie? Citizen
Stuart
Kane.
Little.
Stuart Little was the director of Citizen Kane.
Hell yeah. Little Vampire, whatever. Is that what it's called?
Little Vampire?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little Vampire.
W.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie, that high still hasn't worn off.
That one was amazing.
Whenever
I'm surprised that you thought we
everybody
wouldn't.
guessed it. I feel like I TED talked about it before and nobody knew what I was talking about. I might have been with different people. So like that's why I was like, dang, maybe not a lot of people know
That was
about
my favorite movie as a
Yeah.
kid.
I'm so happy. It made me so happy. I was
Okay.
like, yes, everybody, yes.
Okay, because I knew the movie. I think whenever we first talked about it, I knew what the movie was. I don't think I knew the name of it. I think that's why I never. Little Vampire was like, what?
Yeah.
Then you explained it. I was like, oh yeah.
Love that movie. I want to watch that movie again.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. All right, everybody ready?
Nope.
Oh, there are 8 of these.
Oh,
I try
okay.
I try to keep it like not too short, but not like too long. Anyway.
You want to
Okay.
explain the rules for the new
Oh,
guys,
you're right.
the
I
new
just
subscribers.
forgot. You guys.
I got some new subs, you know?
True.
Yeah.
True. So then, for this activity, this little game, so essentially, I will poorly explain something. In this case, a movie. And then they have my cohorts here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Colleagues.
Co-host.
Yeah. Have a minute. Right? Yeah, it's nice. Not kidding. A minute to guess, and once you guess once, that's it until everyone gets one, right? Or is it just after everyone gets one and just cut off?
I think so. I think it's until everybody gets one and then we start going again.
Okay.
Also, the rules are.
Also, wait until I'm done saying the sentence or whatever.
No, that wasn't a rule.
That's not it.
No, the rules
have
are
something
from
to
when you
start
start
talking
talking.
when you
I'm thinking
finish.
of not Monopoly.
Jeopardy.
What are we talking
Jeopardy. Jesus.
One of the games.
From when you start talking up to a minute after to answer the question.
Okay.
Otherwise, you get a point.
W. Oh, I'm not getting any points. Anyway.
And the final thing, no matter who gets what right, the host always wins.
Yeah.
Remember that. The house always wins.
Yeah. So I will get points where it counts. Anyway. Let's get into it. Number 1.
I'm ready.
Okay. The origin.
Pocahontas.
He's out of here.
Dude, but imagine if I got it.
That would be insane.
Oh, first guess done.
That would be
Just
insane.
going there. But imagine.
That'd be crazy. The origin story of a lifelong beef between one angry young man and a man who just loves word games.
Jumanji?
No. I haven't. The counter. A minute starting now.
I'll give you mine.
W.
Can you say that again?
Yes. The origin story of a lifelong beef between one angry young man and a man who just loves word games.
Word games?
Yeah.
I thought you said board games.
No, word. Sorry, word
Damn.
games.
Wasted it.
I have no.
Scrabble.
Scrabble movie
Scrabble
on the
the
way.
movie.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe I too poorly explained that.
I have no clue. Oh my god.
Bro
Can I get a hint?
deviated from the plot so hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's a major plot point.
Oh, yeah, I got 20 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm screwed because I have
I'm
no
co-hosting
clue.
this since I already guessed.
Yeah. There you go.
I don't know.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
I wish I
I
didn't
have no
freaking.
idea.
I wish I heard it right.
I don't know.
Do you even think you know what it is?
Hell no.
Oh.
But I would have thought
He just
more.
wanted to hear it right.
Okay. Oh, is that it? That's
You
the time?
can keep guessing.
Yeah.
It's just like when you say one, stop, give someone else the opportunity
Yeah,
to guess,
yeah.
and then if
Yeah.
no one's
And
going,
then,
you can
yeah.
still, you can still
That's
keep
all right.
guessing.
Yeah. This one is The Batman, like 2023
Wow.
or whatever it came in.
Okay.
Whatever, yeah.
I never
Okay.
would've got that.
Whenever it came out.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
I need to step up my movie game.
Hey.
I need to step
I
up
was
my
saying,
movie
is that
game
one that we all
quick.
saw
Watch it with
together?
us? I know I
Yeah.
watched it with you guys.
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
I know.
Honestly, I don't think I've ever seen any of the Batman movies.
Word.
You had what? We're gonna change that. Then.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's. Oh wow.
Episode coming soon.
Yeah,
go.
no,
We at least need
I
to
don't
watch
think
The
I've
Dark
seen
Knight.
any.
True.
yeah,
There you
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah, now that I think of
Yeah.
it,
Wow.
I haven't
You
seen
weren't
any
there
of
for that,
them.
really?
I really-
That's crazy.
Yeah. Damn.
Maybe plans didn't
It's
line
just a
up.
boys trip or something. I don't
Maybe.
know.
Probably.
Maybe.
No girls invited.
No girls allowed. Wow. Okay. All right.
Just
Good
get
one.
started
All
when
right.
you-
So
okay,
Alex,
bet.
you have a point.
Or I'll go when
Yay,
you
I have a
start.
point. Okay. All right. Number 2. This one. This one might be. We'll just go. We'll just do it. Almost said the name. Two brothers experience what it's like on the lighter side.
Step
White
Brothers?
chicks.
Oh,
let's
Good
go.
one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
that's smart.
The lighter
Okay.
side one.
That's really smart.
Yes, sir.
My
Okay.
mind got stuck on Star Wars.
Okay. That's
I was
funny.
thinking, what two brothers?
Yeah. Okay.
The lighter sides were really got me.
Yeah, I was like,
Easy white chocolate.
yeah. Let me tell you, this is an wait party.
Goated movie,
Low
honestly.
key. All right, number 3. A broke boy and his best friend trick a young woman into falling for him, but it's okay because he's actually pretty cool.
Wow. These are good. One more time. Read it again.
A broke boy and his best friend trick a young woman into falling for him, but it's okay because he's actually pretty cool.
Is it Can't Buy Me Love?
No.
Damn.
I don't know what that is.
I'm probably gonna get this wrong.
How dare
'cause I
you?
don't remember the plot of this. 40-year-old virgin.
No. Maybe maybe I did a little too much. Maybe I made a little too poorly explained.
When to fall for him, but it's okay because he's actually a pretty cool guy.
Yeah.
It's like no, because that's not what that movie's about.
Uh-huh.
It's like 500 Days of Summer.
No,
That's
no,
not what that
no.
movie's about.
Is it She's Out of My League?
Nope.
Shallow Hal.
No. Damn.
Is it 50 First Dates?
No.
That's what I thought too.
Yeah, that's what I was
That's what I thought, too.
thinking.
This
What's
one,
the Will
you might
Smith
get mad at
movie?
me.
Which
You
one?
might get mad at
we
me.
ran out of time.
Oh,
What's
we're
the
out
Will
of time.
Smith movie where he like
Oh,
teaches?
You might get mad at me. I might have done. Anyway, this one was Aladdin.
Wow.
Him and the
Wow.
genie. Him and the genie.
Chrissy.
Okay. Okay.
Holy.
Damn.
Okay.
Okay, the thing is, they make sense once I hear it.
Yeah.
But it's like, damn.
But it's
I
like, yeah.
I think maybe if you just said like a princess or something,
See,
maybe
that's
that.
but I was like, is
Yeah,
that
a little
too?
context.
That's true. Give him a little more
Interesting.
context.
Well, I
Okay.
mean, there's a lot of different princesses, so
Yeah, that's
it
true.
like it brought it. Lord, never mind. Just
Or
continue.
even like a,
makes
like
it a tad bit easier.
like
Thank you.
a broke boy.
Uh-huh.
A broke boy makes a new friend
Okay.
who helps him
Okay,
bag
yeah.
the president's
that
daughter.
broke boy
President's
Okay, yeah, okay. So a little more context. Bet,
Helps
bet, bet,
him.
bet,
No,
bet.
but
Bag
that's
of
still a
baddie.
good one. Though.
Okay,
It still makes
okay.
sense.
Bet.
Pause.
Oh, pause.
Anyway, number 4. So this one, I'll add an extra word in to give a little bit more context because I feel like this one might be a little too vague, but it's just one word. We'll see how it goes. A space soldier gets the ultimate VR experience.
Ready Player One.
No. It's
One
been a
more
while
time?
since I've seen this movie, so I might be. Anyway, a space soldier gets the ultimate VR experience.
Interstellar.
No. I might.
Avatar.
Yes.
Let's go.
Yo! Yes, sir.
It's the space soldier that
That's
threw me
why,
off.
'cause initially it was just soldier.
Soldier would have been better.
Oh,
He's from
would've been
Earth.
better?
Yeah, he's from Earth.
Oh yeah, he
but
is like a soldier on Earth.
True. Oh, like he's on Earth?
Yeah, and then they brought him over to
They brought
Pandora.
him. Yeah.
The VR thing is what I was like, okay.
No, but it is
VR.
good though.
Uh-huh.
It is
okay,
good.
initially it was just soldier. Okay, so I got to learn.
Oh, that was the extra word?
It was
No,
yeah,
no,
space
but
was
no,
the
it's-
extra.
that was
yeah.
still good though. 'Cause you got it,
but
so that's
true.
still good.
That's true. Say less.
All right, so it's 2-2. Y'all are tied right now. Veronica, we got to get back in
Relax.
there.
I know I'm failing.
All right, number 5. A girl and her family are all very invested in the girl's boyfriend's body.
Jennifer's Body. No.
It's okay. Hey.
It was an impulse guess.
Yeah.
One more time.
A girl and her family are all very invested in the girl's boyfriend's body. This one I don't think is a movie that you guys think of like just off top. So this one might be a little.
Oh goodness.
Freaky Friday.
Hell yeah. Freaky Friday.
Hey!
No.
Is it
Sorry,
17
like
again?
hell yeah, W pick, huh?
17 again?
No.
that
Good
would've
one.
been
That
a
is
good guess.
That is a good guess.
What the fuck is the one with the
You got
with
8
Tia and
seconds.
Tamara when they switch bodies? Oh fuck! What is the name of the movie?
Is that-
Not they switch bodies, but they go back to being younger. You remember it was like an old Disney movie?
Yeah,
What the
yeah,
fuck
yeah,
is the
yeah.
name of
With the
it?
magic soap.
Is that
Yes,
Tia
yes,
and
yes,
Tamara?
yes, yes. Oh my god, what is the name of it?
I don't think that's the
Too
name. I don't
late
think that's the
anyways,
movie,
so
but I
go
love that
ahead.
movie.
No, but yes, it's
That is.
We talked about it once. We talked about it once. The movie
It's
with
this
like the
movie-
older
You're right.
grandparents.
Yes,
yes, they're
yes.
grandparents and they go back because they take this soap. Remember, it's the like Tia and Tamara.
I do remember.
Yes, I don't remember the name of the
That's
movie.
why they become young
Do you
again,
know what
'cause
I'm talking
there was, like,
about?
There was like the soap that had like
Yeah.
science experiments or something like that. It was genetically modified. So
Yeah,
that
it
when
had gotten like something on it or something. Yeah, and then they were
Okay,
like young
okay,
again,
okay.
and they had to go in the pool and bait like and everything.
Okay.
they fell in
Hell
love
yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go, dude.
What movie was it? Because it's not that one.
This one was Get Out.
I haven't
Oh,
seen
I
that
haven't
movie.
seen
so-
that
Oh, you
one.
haven't?
No, I haven't seen that movie.
Ooh, damn.
It makes sense though now
Spoilers.
that you say that.
Well, I kind of know that that's
The
plot.
that
thing.
they-
That,
old people
see, it's
put
poorly
themselves
explained,
into-
but that really is the plot.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that's just,
Yeah.
So then, all right, this one
Good.
once again might be a little tough. This might be a little tougher than even some of the other ones, but who knows? We'll see. A mean loner gets forced to socialize and finds out that having friends can be kind of cool.
Diary of a Wimpy Kid.
Is it a mean loner?
Yeah.
Sky High, War and Peace.
No.
My performance as of late has just been
I think because it's so
awful.
general of a category, that's what's fucking me
Yeah.
up. Because I'm like,
It could
There's
be
so
any
many
movie, yeah,
movies.
any movie, and
can I get a hint?
I think the host is winning.
Can I
this
pay the
episode.
host $2 to get a hint?
Hey, I'll take $2.
Monster House.
No,
Oh,
that's actually
the
good.
mean loner being the old man.
Yeah.
Having
True.
friends is pretty cool.
Time's up.
I have no clue.
Once again, this one might have been a little too broad, a little too general, like not as specific to the plot as technically. This one is Shrek.
Shrek?
Yeah.
See, you say that though, and every time you say the movie, I'm like, that's
That's the movie.
That's the movie.
That's it.
Bro, what the hell? I would not have thought of Shrek ever, but it's true.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Okay.
Is this
It
the last
hurts
one?
how much
No,
sense
there
that
are
makes.
two more.
Oh, okay.
We get to get our egos hurt 2 more times.
There you go. There you
If I
go.
win these next two, I can tie it off.
That's well, no, I only have 3, I think.
You have 4.
I have 4.
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, we're on
She doesn't
7,
even
yeah.
know how many he has.
I have 2 actually.
Yeah.
I have 12.
Oh, what?
She wins.
What?
We can't possibly catch up. She
Yeah,
wins.
look, All right, this one. I feel like you guys might have. Anyway, a young woman starts feeling sad and is forced to find the lady making her feel this way.
What?
This one. I'm not gonna say
Barbie?
anything. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm on the board.
Yeah.
11 to go.
True. Might as well give up now.
Yeah, give up now. You
Thanks
guys
for
don't have a
taking away
chance.
my
Fine.
dub.
Oh,
He wins regardless.
I should have waited till the end to give you the opportunity.
Hell yeah. All right.
Last one for 7 points. She'll still win, but it's fine.
Yeah. Winner takes all. All right. Last one. An artsy kid finds out the world is bigger than he thought, then falls out of touch with his new friends.
Pocahontas. Dude.
Mm-hmm.
Just change up the his to her. Paint with all the colors of the wind. An artist.
Okay.
Come on, son.
All right. Okay. I'll give you that. All right.
That's another point for me.
Well,
All right, I'm messing around too much. Read it one more time.
Okay. This is like an artsy kid. I don't even need to read. An artsy kid finds out that the world is bigger than he thought, but then falls out of touch with his new friends.
Sky High.
That is a good one, but no.
Bridge to Terabithia.
I don't talk about that movie.
That movie was traumatizing.
Like kind of a good.
Nah, low key. more than fall out of touch.
I knew like well
Spider-Man?
Nice.
oh
Well, which
Oh,
fuck!
well hold on, I mean time's up, but like you did finish pick
You know
one.
what? Yeah.
Pick one.
Yeah, you started before the time was up.
With Tom Holland, the new one.
Oh, no.
Is
Damn!
it Into the Spider-Verse?
Into the Spider-Verse, yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh.
I was thinking about it. So low key, like,
Yeah,
of course.
Spider-Man, that's pretty good.
Hey, thanks.
I win! 13!
You just got that one wrong.
Shut up!
I was gonna let
I
it
gotta
slide.
have a point forever.
I was like, how do we go from 12 to
You're
13?
just being a hater. Get out of here.
12 and a half.
There you go.
It still
Yeah, half
works.
the title, sure.
No.
But once again, house always wins. Anyway, but I was thinking about it. And I was like, of course, the end goal of that first movie was to, get his homies back home. Get them back so they stop dying and whatnot. But low key, when you see like how like lonely he feels in the beginning of the next movie, I'm like, damn, it's actually kind of sad, bro. Bro did all that and like now he all alone. Nobody understands his
He's got
struggle.
He's got a
His
roommate.
Genki.
I guess.
But Genki be wearing his shoes.
Facts. And be like playing on his computer all the time.
Yeah.
Don't be socializing for real. Let's see.
I mean, it's the price to pay when someone knows. Well, did he find out his
Yeah, yeah,
identity?
he told him.
yeah. I was
yeah,
saying,
yeah,
no,
yeah.
gotta keep
Man.
a secret.
Yeah, those are some good ones. That was a good one.
Hey, thanks. I was like,
That was
who's
good.
gonna be too easy, too hard?
Both of your polls were pretty good.
True.
The, like White Chicks and the
Yeah.
the Avatar one.
Low key, the Avatar one was good. It was very good.
Because she said Interstellar, which was on my mind, but I was like, there's no VR.
Yeah.
And I don't know why when she said that, I was like, oh shit. In Avatar, they go into the machine.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
So I get a half point for that because I helped him
You have
out.
enough points. You don't need any more. You win.
12 and a half.
You win.
No, I get a half point. I inspired him. I get
Oh,
points
yeah.
for inspiration.
Okay.
Same D&D, sorry.
Oh, damn.
The one time. Come on now. Who made you the ruler? I thought he was
I was
DM.
I was a timer keeper, so you know.
Oh man.
So that means he gets like staff points.
Oh, damn. True,
man.
true.
I still win. It's fine.
All right. So the actual thing we're talking about has nothing to do with the activity. Just letting you know now. So today we're doing what? Sorry, this
Huh?
person
Would you
said-
be the asshole?
Yeah, this person said, "Would I be the asshole?" Because I guess it hasn't
This
been
is a
done yet.
preemptive.
Yeah. I'm
plan.
thinking about
Yeah,
being
true.
mean, but I don't know. You
It's
let me know.
whipped up.
Yeah.
Going to Reddit to like
Yeah, it's like, hey guys.
ask about what you're about to do or something. I don't know. That's
It's
the
You
best
would
idea.
be surprised how
That's
common
fair.
it is.
That's fair,
Like
actually.
people real here. Like, should I do this?
Yeah.
Would I be the asshole if I did this?
Mm.
Okay. But there am I the asshole stories. Just to if you couldn't tell. So then, let's get right on in. So this first one, is would I be the asshole if I don't come to my friend's wedding if she doesn't come to mine? Just off rip, how you feel?
Oof. I feel like it depends on the reason.
Mm.
What was the reason?
Like barring context.
Mhm.
So like, would I be the a-hole if I didn't go to my friend's wedding because she didn't come to mine? Like, I mean, like I said, barring the context of the reasoning why,
Mhm.
I guess not.
Yeah.
Like,
He's gonna keep meowing.
Yeah, he's on top of the thing.
because like, I mean, yeah, they're your friends. Does being a friend obligate you to attend their wedding?
If you were invited.
I think depending.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm assuming
Yeah.
they like gave an invitation out.
Mhm.
To
Is
this
that an
person.
obligation though? If like just the invite, is that like, oh, you have to come?
No, you could say no,
No,
but as a
but-
friend, I feel like you're probably more seen versus like
Yeah,
a random
if, like,
cousin
you
that
say
you invite
no,
because they're
then-
part of your family.
Yeah, true,
You know?
true.
But
Interesting.
I'm gonna go with no, barring like you said, no context.
Mhm.
But if it's like I couldn't go because like this person died and had to go to a funeral, and you're just like, well, you're not going to mine. Well,
Yeah,
I'm not
that's
going
good.
anywhere.
That's
If it's something
funny.
like that,
Yeah.
like yes, you are.
Yeah.
But if it's like they could have gone but chose not to,
Yeah.
then like no, you're
Yeah,
not.
it's like
You know, it's
no,
equal footing, I guess.
Mhm. He probably hit
jumped
the,
off.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, barring context, no.
Okay.
But it could very easily be swayed.
Okay. All right. Let's see.
Or alternatively, I guess, in a similar way, barring context, you could both be.
True.
A-holes,
That's also true.
That was more so where my question of like, are you obligated to go? Was leading. Like, if you are obligated in like a social way, then you could both be the whole.
Are you being petty about it?
But that will really change up the dynamic.
Yeah. All right, let's find out. So, my friend, 34 female, and I, 29 female, used to be quite close when we studied together and remained in touch mostly via text. However, since graduating, we moved to different cities for jobs and rarely see each other anymore. I feel like I have helped her through a lot, starting with helping her through her degree and then helping her navigate life, including interview prep for a job, proofreading some of her writing, etc.
I can feel like I see where this is gonna go.
Yeah. I don't particularly.
I did all this for it.
I'm picking up.
I'm not gonna play.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm starting to feel
I'm a judge.
transactional.
Well,
that's all I'm gonna say.
Not even that. I feel like
Transactional.
it might also be that the 29-year-old female is in a different stage of her life than the 34-year-old female, and I wonder if like the different stages of life is what's really affecting this friendship. Because like maybe
Is it two women.
it
Yeah.
could be
I
like.
thought it was a man and a woman. I don't know
No,
why.
it could be. Yeah, because it could be
That
like.
changes everything.
Everything, they're both okay.
Yeah, like I feel like they could be just like they're at different points in their lives and maybe they're busy and that could be it. But I guess we'll find out.
Yes. Okay. Of course, that's what friends are for, so I didn't mind doing these things. As a coincidence, we got engaged at a similar time, but I set the date for my wedding earlier and invited her and her partner. She then told me that she is looking at a date just 2 days before my wedding, so I asked her if she was looking at any other dates since this is hugely inconvenient. We don't live particularly close, and the train drivers have announced a train strike. Damn.
Yikes.
A group. Yeah, look.
Yeah.
A couple of weeks pass, and I get invited to her wedding 2 days before mine. I'm annoyed at the inconvenience, but ultimately I completely understand. Prices, family, availability could mean that she couldn't find a different day, and ultimately it's still doable. I told her I'll make it work regardless, although my partner will not be able to make it as he will be with his family. Some time passes, and she mentions in passing that she's not sure how she will wiggle another day off. I'm getting married on a weekday, so it's cheaper. As she wants to do a long honeymoon. I don't know if I'm overthinking this or not, but why would she mention it if not to soft launch the idea that she can't take the day off to travel? Am I being an asshole for thinking she can just make her honeymoon 1 day shorter to make it to my wedding when I'm making it to hers through train strikes and the huge inconvenience of doing this just 2 days before my own wedding? I'm so sorry. While I'll be trying to arrange family / the day in the meantime. To be clear, she hasn't told me she's not coming yet, so I'm not going to do anything, but I'm tempted to tell her that I'm not coming to her wedding if she says she can't come to mine. I know that this is petty and will likely burn that bridge, but I feel like if she values one extra day of honeymoon more than my friendship, while I've been pouring a lot of my time and energy into supporting her ever since we met, and that's where it ends.
I'm confused. I want to bring this up. The wedding is 2 days before the OP's wedding.
Yes.
Yeah.
How is your wedding or your honeymoon too long to where you can't make it to their wedding? 2
I
days
wonder if
after
she
yours?
leaves like right after the wedding, and that's
But
why
even then, she said that she like extended it or wanted a long wedding or something. But also, I want to bring up the fact that like she told her friends like what her date was.
Yeah.
Before, I'm assuming her honeymoon was planned.
Yeah. She said
So it means that you
hers soon.
planned the honeymoon knowing that like you had a wedding to potentially go to. 2
Well,
days
you
later.
don't plan the honeymoon without planning the wedding first. So, like,
That's
the
what I'm
fact
saying.
that
So you
she
would know.
never would say anything to the OP, like, why wouldn't you say something when OP told you the date of her wedding to begin with? Like, I feel like that should have been, like, the first initiation of contact where it's like, hey, I plan on having my wedding on this day, and the other person's like, okay, well, just so you know, I also am planning on having my wedding this 2 days beforehand. Like, I don't blame the other bride necessarily, but I feel like their communication should have started there.
Yeah.
I think also now she needs to have a conversation with her. Like, they need to have a conversation immediately about this, because I understand you're going on your honeymoon, but like, it's kind of a sticky situation. Like, you're literally getting married 2 days before somebody that you considered a really good friend. And like, maybe the other woman doesn't feel the same way. Like, I feel like maybe they have to kind of figure out, like I said, where their lives are in that situation. But it's very like these women have not communicated properly in regards to this. And I get wedding planning is stressful. Wedding planning is extremely chaotic and hectic, but like, how do you not have any form of communication in regards to that? Because it's like, you don't just plan a wedding in 2 days. Like, it's not something that like, oh, I found out OP's getting married on the 27th. A week later, oh, I'm getting married on the 25th.
Yeah,
like, that is not how it happens. You need deposits. You need freaking everything. Like, the venue, the food, everything. Like, if it's not an all-in-one, like, there's so much planning. So I wonder if maybe she didn't tell her for a reason, or maybe like it was last minute thrown together, which even then doesn't feel right. Cause it's like, how can you do that? Like, I guess it depends on the circumstances, but like, I think that they need to have a conversation before any moves are made, because like that's rough. 2 days, two weddings, 2 days apart for two people that are supposed to be really close friends is a lot.
That's a lot. It's crazy.
Right? Like that's
messy, sticky.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one's challenging. I'm trying to crunch the numbers, and I'm having a hard time.
Yeah.
I'm kind of going like feeling like neither one is the asshole. I just feel like it's poor communication. And like when you were reading like OP's feelings on everything, she seems to be taking it pretty well. It's just a matter of, hey, if they're not going to come to mine, I'm not going to go to theirs, which is a little petty, but also kind of I get it.
Yeah.
But she was like, I do understand like what's going on and all this stuff. Like I get it. But she also is putting in the effort to figure out how to get there with the whole train strike and all this other stuff going on. But I don't know. I feel like neither one for me.
I also kind of wonder if it's like a money aspect thing, because like when you invite someone to your wedding, you pay for their seat. So I'm assuming that the woman had like said yes to going to OP's wedding and RSVP'd yes. So assumably OP had paid for that seat. So it's like, oh, well, if you're not going to come to my wedding and I'm going to lose out on the money, I'm going to make sure you take the L and you lose out on the money too.
Well, then that becomes really worse.
But that's what I'm wondering.
But
But she even said she knows she's being petty. So I wonder if like unconsciously part of it's like that as well. Because like weddings are expensive. You're paying $100 for a person that you expect to show up. And then they're kind of saying like, oh, like I may or may not show. I'd be pissed.
Yeah.
Like I'd be like, either you are or you aren't. If you aren't, that's fine. Say that. But like, don't keep me like dangling in the air, like not knowing.
No.
But I also can understand that like you planned your honeymoon. Like if the second wife was the one that like planned a honeymoon immediately after her wedding and like she gets married, she leaves. I understand that sometimes those are non-refundable. Sometimes you can't change a reservation. Sometimes there are things that you can't, adjust. And like maybe her losing out on that money is not worth her going to OP's wedding, which is fine. But there needs to be communication between both women, I feel like.
Yeah.
I get that, but that also brings up like why after knowing the date would you like have your wedding and set the honeymoon right after?
Yeah.
It just seems a little like you weren't really caring to go to the wedding to begin with, which say that, but like it's a little weird.
Mm-hmm. It could also be that like, and obviously we don't know the dynamics of their relationship, but I wonder if like the way that OP writes it is that like I helped her out, I did all these things for her, blah, 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 blah. Like OP kind of thinks that like they're almost on the same level. And I wonder if the other wife being older, like 5 years older than her, thinks like, oh, like there's this younger woman and she thinks, right. And like I have to be like, maybe she's trying to be like better than her, I guess. I don't know. Like it could be like a competition type thing where she's like, oh, like she's so much younger and she's getting married and we're at the same place in our lives. And she's like, I feel like I should be at a better position. Maybe. And I feel like it could, but like that's the thing. Like I feel like it could go in a million different directions. You can come up with a million different scenarios because these women aren't communicating with each other. And I feel like being a female, being around that age, that's where my mind would go. My mind would come up with all these different scenarios, thinking all these different things. Plus, she's stressed about her wedding. They both are. So it's like they're not to say that they're crazy, but like they're not fully in the right state of mind at the moment. So it's like
pregnancy.
Yeah, almost, kind of. Yeah, like it's almost a similar level of stress. Like
that's funny.
Obviously, pregnancy is like a million times harder, but like it's it's very interesting. I feel like them being so grown, they should have a conversation.
Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah. I think when I initially like read this, I was like, at first I was like, oh, here we go with the like, well, I did this and this and this for her, and I was like, oh boy.
Yeah.
So she feels like she's, you know what I mean, in a position to, you know, like to make demands or whatever, and not like. But then whenever she was like, oh, like, you know, I communicated, you know, my wedding's gonna be this day, and then like the friend like was like, oh, actually, I'm gonna make it 2 days sooner. I was like, oh, that's still messed up.
Yeah.
And her be like, well, I understand potentially, maybe that's the only slot they had. I was like, okay, so maybe it's not, maybe she's not that bad. So I think it, like her being like, well, I did this and this for her isn't like a.
I think it was used more as like a, hey, this is kind of like, this is someone that I do talk with and help out. It's not just like some random friend that I like, a coworker that I like.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
Like something like that could very easily be considered like transactional in a sense.
Yeah.
But like,
oh, for sure.
I do think it's important that if you put in a lot of effort for your friends and you feel like they're not putting that effort back into you, I feel like sometimes you've earned being able to like lay out on the table the things that you've done without being like, I'm not doing these things because I want them to do something in return, but I do these things and they don't. And I think that in and of itself is like a if your friend's doing that stuff for you, you should want to kind of yeah. But it's hard to obviously communicate that kind of sentiment without sounding like, I did this for you.
Yeah,
so
exactly. Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, that's tough.
So
I think I've been praying on it. I think I need to develop. I think I need to develop a new term here. I think I'm going to call it an understandable a-hole.
Okay.
I think and it's partially on her because she straight up said, I know I'm being petty or something.
Yeah, she like admitted where she knew she was kind of in the wrong.
And so I think the moment that you recognize that you are acting from a place of pettiness and not from a place of, I guess, like
rationale,
like genuine, like being hurt or like
I feel like it's the acknowledgement of knowing.
Yeah, like if you know you're doing it and you're being petty while doing it, I think you've kind of lost the battle in terms of like
there's no malicious intent.
Yeah. So like, but at the same time, I'm not going to see this person with the same vitriol that I would see a normal a-hole. Yeah. So that's why I think understandable a-hole, because it's like you are kind of doing a bad thing because you're and also this person being like, yes, I am preemptively loading the I'm not going for whenever they fire off first. Like I think when you're in that mode, you've lost the high ground in this sense. So that's why I think they are a bit of an a-hole. The friend, I don't know what's going on with them. Yeah, planning your wedding 2 days before your friend, after they, planning your wedding 2 days before your friend when your friend had already set the date. I feel like if they're close, I mean, I'm not a goyle, but like I feel like
I feel like it's a huge missed opportunity between them, because it's like if my friend was planning her wedding around the same time that I would love to be able to do all the wedding planning things together, all of like the fun girly things about planning a wedding together, and I feel like they're almost at odds with each other. It kind of feels like maybe OP thinks that they had a more friendship than they did, or they did at one point, and their friendship has kind of drifted, but like I don't know. Like it feels like such a missed opportunity between two women that like could be really enjoying this. Like I would love if my friend was planning a wedding at the same time as me. I would literally lose my shit. Like it would be the best.
I'm trying, bro.
It would be the best because it would be so much fun. You get to do all that stuff together, and you get to like talk about the experience together, the stresses, and it's like they could be bonding over that. That could be something that makes their friendship stronger, and it's like it's doing the opposite.
And I imagine her friend probably knew the date.
Yeah, because she said that she. Oh, you mean like of her own wedding? Or
no, like I imagine OP's friend knew the date of OP's wedding.
Yeah, she said she like told her like beforehand, and then and then the friend was like, "Oh, I was thinking about doing," or like a little bit later was like, "Oh, I'm thinking about doing 2 days like that day."
Yeah, so like planning it and then being like, oh, but we just have to get to schmanging and banging on our honeymoon. It can't possibly wait a couple days, or even like we can't possibly like honeymoon at home and then go to your wedding and then go to wherever we're going or something
like
to
some
that
kind of compromise.
Yeah, like it feels very strange. So I don't really care for that person and their kind of behavior in this scenario.
It also feels like they don't give each other an explanation either.
Yeah.
They just kind of like give half of like a statement, and then they're like, okay, blah, blah, blah. Like, it's like, okay, like make up your mind, like say what you really want to say, because then it makes it easier. But it seems like, I feel like what's going to end up happening between the two, and obviously we don't know, but I feel like their friendship is going to crumble because of this.
Yeah, I can see it happening.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I feel like they're not going to be friends after this, simply because of the lack of being able to communicate.
If you have to go to Reddit about something, consider the relationship ended.
Kind of, yeah.
It's over.
Yeah. If you, yeah, yeah. I mean, if you feel like you aren't comfortable or like trusting in that person enough to communicate these concerns with them directly, but you will go to, like, once again, Reddit of all places, to be like, yo, guys, look what they did to me. Should I do this thing in return? It's like, I mean, hey.
Yeah. Well, because they could literally just be solved by OP being like, hey, so I know you said, like, you have the long honeymoon and stuff like that. Does that mean you can't make it to my wedding?
Yeah,
That
literally.
too, yeah.
Yeah. Be like,
Yes.
you know.
If
Right.
it's yes, then okay, you have your answer.
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess you could be petty and be like, well, with the train strike and all this stuff, I don't think I can make it to yours.
Yeah.
Or she goes, no, yeah, I'll definitely be there. And then you're like, oh, okay, cool. No
Yeah.
problems then.
Yeah.
I think it's like,
Yeah, it's solvable.
Yeah.
yeah, I think the problem is that because the second person's wedding is first, OP's like afraid to put in that effort of going, spending the money, doing all that stuff, and then like turning around 2 days later, and then the other
Well,
person
that's-
not showing up.
That's why she confirms with her.
Right, which I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
is good, but I feel like because of the way that these two women clearly communicate, like I don't think that's gonna happen.
Yeah.
But it seems
If
it's
only.
also, I get why OP's upset, because it's like, I'm putting in all this effort besides all these circumstances that are stacked against us, and like you still are like giving me kind of the runaround. So it's
Yeah.
like, I don't really like that.
Yeah. Yeah. And I could definitely see that. So that's
Yeah.
why I think, kind of regardless, the friend, kind of an asshole.
Mhm.
But the OP, if you act on the pettiness, also kind of an asshole. But if
Yeah.
not, then you good.
And that's
You
the thing
alright.
is, like, I kind of like the reason I use the term understandable instead of
Mhm.
justified is because I don't much care for this person's behavior.
Yeah.
Like, despite like they're not a terrible person for doing this, but I don't like the whole like acting on pettiness type of thing.
But I get it.
Especially because like
Which is funny because like in other episodes we've talked about this. You're like,
Mm.
oh, for petty reasons though.
petty
Yeah.
reasons. Yeah, 'cause
Okay.
listen, sometimes I'm imperfect. That's what I'm looking for. I'm an imperfect person. So sometimes, sometimes my opinions might change. I don't know. In this instance, let's go with this specific instance. I feel like the pettiness is, I think because it's preemptive. Maybe that's why.
Yeah.
The preemptive pettiness, it just feels wrong. At the end of the day, sometimes
good
you
ring.
have to be the better friend. Sometimes you have to be the better friend, or you just don't be the friend at all. I think those are kind of the boxes you kind of have to tick. Because obviously the OP's friend is not the better friend.
Yeah.
Obviously
Yeah.
they're the one who puts in less work in the relationship. From OP's perspective, at the very least.
Yeah.
I don't know these people, but so that's the case. So in this instance, like, don't be petty and just be like, well, I'm not going because you're not going to mine, because that just, I don't know, it just feels like kind of lame. Something about it. I don't know if I can
Yeah.
verbalize it properly, but something about it just feels kind of lame.
Just don't
Yeah.
sit right in your
Mhm.
spirit.
So in this instance, it's like you either be the better friend, and despite them doing you dirty, if you still want to maintain that relationship, be the better friend. And then if not, and if you feel like this is just going to be a continued kind of pattern of nonsense, hey, just kind of,
you gotta
it sucks. I know it's hard to let people go, but if it's going to lead you to doing petty stuff instead, then I don't know. It might not be worth it.
Yeah.
At least for monumental, like, things like this.
Yeah. Like a wedding.
Like a wedding or, something like that. I don't know. Something about this just feels weird in the pit of my tummy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So then, what was the fun? Like,
Understandable, but still a-hole.
Yeah. I agree with Sean.
okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Okay. Yeah. Reddit said she's an asshole.
Yikes.
So,
I'm not
yeah.
surprised.
To be
Yeah.
fair with Reddit, they don't have
They don't-
special classifications.
Well, sometimes you'll be like, oh, everyone sucks, or
oh,
like,
that's true.
Nobody.
But I more
sucks,
so
or,
mean
yeah.
like levels of like.
oh,
a-hole,
like
you know what I
like
mean?
how,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
assholery. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
However, your friend does suck. I'll say that.
Yeah. Oh, for
I
sure.
guess
Yeah.
confidence.
I think
Oh, for
if
sure.
you guys don't have a conversation, you guys need to really reevaluate the friendship.
Yeah. I agree. But hey, that's all we unfortunately have time for today. Definitely fun talking about it, and we're doing an activity with my peers here and with you watching along. Let us know if you got the guesses for the activity and how you feel about the story. Love to hear it. And with that, as always, we are
Boys.
We'll catch you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
Deuces. Anyway. Pretty weird. Wrong series.